Okay, 17 card submission here, back from PSA, just arrived. We're gonna get into it. I saved you a few minutes of watching me open the box. This is a blind reveal, 100%. Stay tuned for the end of the video, and I will be going, basically breaking down card by card on what I paid for it, how much I expect to get in the current market if I were to sell all of these cards individually. So let's start it off. A Cooper Cup. This is a Prism 2017 rookie. I have a 9 or 10. I have a marked tiny scratch on this card. I picked this up at a local card show. Don't recall, but we'll find out later. And this hit a 10. So that's good to have right there. Starting it off with a 10 on the Cooper Cup rookie. I was a little suspect with centering. It is a little off to the left, as you can see, so I'm surprised they didn't dock it for centering and that scratch I found wherever it was, but nonetheless, not a bad gig. So these definitely are not in order anymore. I don't understand why PSA doesn't put, they press you so much to put your submission in order, yet they don't put it in order coming back. I'm not quite sure. But this is a 2021 checkered board George Kittle, who just had a fine day yesterday as of filming this right now. Just beat the Cowboys. And I have on this, let's see, where are you at? I have a 9 or 10. A lot of these are 9 or 10s. I don't have, let's see. This one I have centering and edges, possibly. So we'll do a little bit preliminary, and it did hit the gem. Nice. So 2 for 2. Nice checkered George Kittle. This is an orange Amon-Ra St. Brown. I was picking up a lot of his cards. I have so many cards I still have to submit of his. I was on him when he first came out, and I'm happy. I normally don't prospect, but I actually hit with him. I have like a black gold out of 8 that is a big card, mosaic, but still, nonetheless, I need to get that bad boy submitted along with some others. This one, I remember this was off with centering a touch, maybe, if I recall, but now it looks pretty good. And I have on this bad boy 9 or 10. I guess I spotted a dimple somewhere. Let's see what they thought. They thought a 9. It looks very well centered. Maybe a touch to the left, but nonetheless, I feel like that's a pretty clean card. Unfortunately, maybe that dimple hurt. I think we have just a base Travis Kelce on this guy. Let's see, where are you at? I should have put these in order. Subtle scratch. I have a 9 or 10 on this. Just base Prism, and it hit a 9. I figured. Quality control. But yeah, I'm not going to get into analyzation. Definitely, it's probably some surface issue. I love this set. Basically, as soon as I saw these cards, Justin Jefferson doing the gritty, or giddy, no, it's gritty, right? I'm old, so forgive me. Numbered out of 49, it's a bookend, 49 out of 49, and this is in purple. So it's color matching, and I just thought this card just looked so sweet. Basically doing his iconic dance right there. This guy I have, let's see. I apologize for not having these in order. I have a 9 or 10, and I just put as notes mosaic. Mosaic is very difficult to grade. So let's see what we got on this one. A 9. Yep. Unfortunately, I would have loved to hit a 10 on this. That would have been a monster card. But We're racking the 9s. Okay, these are going to be probably difficult. This is out of 500. I think this is just the refractor. Base refractor. It's the rookie card of Anquan Bolden. And I have this gemming. So, yeah, just base refractor on this. Actually, I had it gemming. And it hit a 9. Kind of unfortunate. It looked... I couldn't find anything wrong with this card, I don't think. Obviously, they did. Unfortunately, but black borders are very difficult, as we know. There might have been some edging or something I missed, obviously. So, nonetheless, there's a couple more of these in different colors. This one is the red. Actually, we want to go with the blue first. Let's do the blue. This is the blue refractor. Same thing what we just saw. I have this white corner. So I did find something on this card. White corner, edge, back. I have this hitting a solid 9. I didn't have this gemming at all. So it did grab the 9. Yeah, it was a little off-centered and there was something on the back right there. That looks even worse now than it did. But you can see that white down on the corner right there. So, oh, there's like some dust or cardboard lint in there. Alright, so the red. This would be the most desirable card of the 3. I'm kind of going after the rainbow, I think. So, this one's just color matching, obviously. And I have centering an issue. 9 or 10 on this, and it hits. Ooh, that is a big card. Wow, we got the gem mint 10 on this bad boy. Nice. Out of the 3, this would be the one that you would definitely want. I'm gonna just spit on it. Saliva. That you would want, obviously, to hit. So, very happy to have that back in the gem mint pile. That's a keeper for sure. A Jalen Waddle. I think this is just a silver, very base silver. I think this was like a pack pull or something like that, and was kind of like a filler card. I have this as a 9 or 10. And what you see on the right is just condensation. These cards are... It's cold where I live, so... And this guy hits a 9. Mosaic's just tough. Very tough. You can find nothing wrong with Mosaic, and like it seems like 80% of the cards will come back 9s. Chris Bryant, this was also another filler card. Topps Chrome. Are we doing rest of baseball? Is there any more football? Let me just do a quick skim. I think the rest are baseball cards. Yes, they are. So we're all done with football. There'll be plenty of more on the way of football if you are more football savvy. If you want to stick around and check out these baseball cards, you're more than welcome to. Or if you want to fast forward to basically pricing, breakdown, and everything on this order. So this is a blue out of 150, last year's Topps Chrome. I just thought it was well centered. A little to the left now that I'm looking at it. Very easy to spot centering actually on this year. Some people maybe, at least left and right, and top bottom is a little easy too. But these white borders, you just kind of want to match those width-wise. Very simple on that. So blue refractor, and we hit a 10. Nice. Yeah, I thought it was very well centered. I was like, this seems pretty solid card for the price point. I forgot to mention, these all went out at the $15 rate. So these went out mid-December, came back mid-January, so about a month. I have a couple other orders out over there right now, and they're flying. They're like, I would expect those to be back by the end of the month, and they went out in the beginning of the month. So seems like the turnaround time with PSA on this value is about a month right now, at least currently in January of 2023. We know how all that can change. Bought this at a local card show. just a Bowman's Best, I believe. Logan Webb. I'm a Giants fan if you don't happen to know. It's his auto, just a based auto. And like I said, this was just a filler card, so it hit a 9. All right, and these are going to be PC cards. Brandon Belt, he just signed with the Blue Jays. So if you're a Blue Jays fan, welcome to the Brandon Belt's downhill era. He was pretty much a staple for our team for a while, and was pretty clutch playoffs. Just kind of a solid, great defensive first baseman. But gonna kind of maybe go after the rainbow of this. It's Topps Finest, I think, is what we have here. Yeah, Topps Finest. This one, there's a green and orange. I think, well, we're about to find out. This is the green. So the green's numbered out of 199, as you can see there. And then the orange over here is out of 75. And this green hits an 8. Okay. Finest can be tough. Extremely tough. I know centering was a little off on this. Definitely must have missed something on this. I had a solid 9. I had okay, scratches, and there was print lines. So that's okay. I mean, they're hard to find. And the orange, I have hitting a solid 9 as well, out of 75. And it hit an 8 as well. All right. I'm not going to complain. I have the orange with blemishes and a dimple indent, so makes sense. Ichiro rookie 2001, I believe, is what we're on this. I have white edges, and I have this hitting an 8 or a 9. A 9 would be great, but most likely an 8 or something worse. And it hit an 8. Yeah, 9 would have been awesome on this, but still, they're desirable. Pretty much, I don't know what the running rate on 8 is. I might have lost some on there, but I don't remember what I picked that card up for. We will find out shortly. A Randy Rosarena rookie black. This is not chrome, it is paper. Out of 69, the blacks were. I know this wasn't going to gem. I have white tips, solid 9 on this, and it hit an 8. Yeah, black's difficult. Black's difficult. I feel that's pretty, white tips, I mean, if you're hitting all, I see 3 white tips. And on the back down there. But yeah, I mean, if I had it, I had it as a 9, so I was off, down 1. Joey Bart, second to last card. Actually, my favorite card in this submission is last, so can't wait to see what comes out of that. Joey Bart, Sapphire Auto, just base Sapphire Auto. I had this, I think, hitting a 10, a solid 10. I think that's why I sent it in. I was like, this is very well centered. Kind of a filler. Who knows? I'm not much of a prospect. This will most likely going straight to eBay. And it hit a 10. That'll be perfect for the start of the year to get this up on the store. Yeah, I expected that to... I would have said I definitely missed something if that hit a 9. Sometimes I review cards very thoroughly. Sometimes I don't care what the grade is really. I just want them slabbed up, like those belts, things like that for PC that are kind of, in a sense, hard to get. This, hands down, I think might be my favorite card I picked up last year when Topps Platinum Anniversary came out. This card was something that I had to get my hands on. I wish I could have got the numbered out of 22 out of 25. This is the orange refractor. and unfortunately I settled. They were just going so fast, so fast. So let's see what we have on this. I will hold this till the day I die. I'll go to my grave with this, and this hit a 9. Yeah, I can't remember where is it? I don't even see it. I have a 9 or 10. Centering I had a possible issue with, but centering looks, I mean, it's definitely up and to the right. Left to right looks actually, now that I see it in the case, I think it's cocked a little bit to the left. So it's tilted a little bit. It's basically narrow, fat, narrow, fat. I might have missed that. So that's a key factor if you are ever grading. You also want to, a lot of people don't think about how it can be just shifted a little bit. So that's unfortunate. I'll still keep it, but gosh, I would love to have a 10 in this card. That I need to go start searching. I was gonna wait till this one came back before I started looking, and they're gonna be extremely hard to find. They went up so much after the release. They were actually cheap. I thought I saw like a base one go for like over $300, and I bought this I think for around $150 or something. So and that's when the market was kind of maybe better than it is for sure now. So hopefully you enjoyed this quick little grading video. There's a few more orders out there. If you've got this far and you're still waiting for the breakdown, let's jump over to the computer and we'll lay some numbers down and see how horrible this submission. I think I did all right. I think this card, I don't know the pop on this, but hands down that's probably the biggest card in this order. But can't wait to crunch some numbers and find the fun of what just happened here. So that'll be the video live. Let's jump over to the computer, check out some numbers. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in a second. All right, welcome over to the computer screen. Gonna give a little breakdown, line by line, card by card. Try to make this real short and sweet, as fast as possible. Basically, kind of crunch some numbers and everything. Get into the nitty gritties. All right, first off, we saw Cooper Kupp hit the silver on the 10. Hit the 10 on the silver. Dyslexia does exist in my head. Purchased that bad boy local card show for $45. Current graded value is 120. There's a pop count of 602. That's what you're gonna get when a player goes off like he did last year. Not this past, well, current season, last season, as we all know. Obviously 10, there's nothing higher. So that's how we're gonna go, and basically I'll show a gist for each one of these cards and the reason why I'm placing that. What did I say, 120? So basically for Cooper Kupp, bids, we know they're going to be a whole lot more less than a buy it now price. We all know that. You're going to get a little bit less money. But basically, I felt like 120 is very comfortable. Even some bids hit 124.50 here, as you can see. So consistently, I feel comfortable that I can get 120 out of this. One went for 139. Also, if you all don't know and you are watching this, this is very helpful. Alt has an extension you can add, I know, at least into Google Chrome, and those offers that you always see a strike through, well, guess what? You always get to know what the actual offer price is. You don't have to go to 130 point or anything like that to see the actual value. It's right here on the eBay platform. Going back to this page, real quick breakdown. If you happen to see 0 raw purchase price like right here, that means basically I got as a pack pulled, got out of box, and maybe sold a whole bunch of cards to pay off the box, and I'm considering this card free. So if you have any questions on that, I think that's pretty much self-explanatory. There's nothing else. Which we are going back into the Jalen Waddle. There's 30 of these 9s. There's 15 10s. I had a price point of $25. Basically, it's going to be $25. If I paid $15, I'll be making $10 maybe on this. So you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some, you're gonna barely make some. So as you can see, these are variations. One went for 20.50 there. There's another one, 22.50, 39. That's a mosaic. Here's a silver for 31.55. So I feel comfortable with $25 on that bad boy. The blue refractor for the Anquan Bolden. Basically, what's the pop on this? It's going to be low. 17 9s, and there's 9 10s of this blue refractor. So a 9 on bids went for 26.50. There was a 10 that went for 150. So this is kind of one of those cards where you're just going to like put a number that makes sense, that maybe I'm going to put on the store. I might keep this one for now until I can find a 10 or hit a 10. But basically, yeah, you're kind of gauging the interest of this card, and I feel comfortable at $60 price point. I could easily sell that card. Also note, on these purchase prices, y'all probably being like, you bought that for $38.91. Well, before all the haters, comments come into play, please note that a lot of these cards might have been purchased back when the heyday of the market and the hobby was just exploding a couple years back, so things vary, as we know, and they're very fluctuating in this hobby. So please keep that in mind. And also, for instance, we'll see the opposite effect on some of these cards. So just bear with me on that. All these were either purchased on eBay or pack pulled or bought at a show. So I've correlated the price to that. Red refractor, probably the biggest hit in my eyes for this submission. I think, is this the red? Yeah, so we're not going to find one. There's only 7 10s, and I have one of them. So there's 6 floating out there in the world, and I just put a number. 250 would be ideal, maybe approaching 300 on that. I have the gold of his, and I can't remember when I bought that out, but it was a $500 plus card, so I feel comfortable easily putting that number there. Let's see, where are we at? The just regular base refractor, paid $27.25 for that guy, and yeah, it's not going to be. There's a raw one for $15, so that'll most likely either be a loss or break even type thing. What do I have price point? $30. Yeah, so for a 9, they are numbered out of 500, so they have that going for them. But yeah, there's only 14 9s and 7 actual 10s of those refractors. So this was the card that was very sought after and desirable when it first came out. I was like, I have to have Justin Jefferson doing the gritty. Bought it out the door. Keep in mind also, these prices that you see are with tax and shipping included. Everything out the door. So I incorporate that into the purchase price. It's not just what I bought it minus shipping, minus tax, basically the first number there. No, this is everything. So yeah, bought that purple for $206.39, and I have basically that as a $500 card, because back in November that card did go for $500 as long as that sale went through. So you can see a 10 actually went for $520. So literally $20 more for a 10. As you can see with this card, there's not a whole lot out there. There's 2 10s and 4 of these 9s. It is numbered out of 49, so obviously you're not going to have a lot of grades on that card, but it is desirable, as we can see. I feel comfortable that I can maybe get around that 500 mark. Maybe not now. I'm definitely going to hold it. It's a rare card. It has an interest for me, so I'm going to keep that guy. Travis Kelce, this is an interesting one. Bought this at a card show for $30, and easy all day $100 on this guy. So 101, 85, 90, 75, 76, 110, and this isn't even the silver, or back then they called them prism. This is just base. So if you can find some Travis Kelce's, this is a good card actually to kind of make a run on with profit, especially right now. The time is right because they're in the playoffs and in the championship game upcoming here. So, but yeah, this is a great card if you can find real cheap. Scour, put bids in. You know, if you can get it at a under $30 price point, you probably hit 9s all day and hope for 10s. So yeah, that's kind of a good way, side gig right there, that I kind of noticed going over some of these numbers. Next up we have, what is this? This orange prism. Got this at a card show, $35. Yeah, it's not going to be much more than just that. There's 6 10s, 8 of these 9s. I think I found some raw, but it's going to be hard to find. It was numbered at $249. There's one for $20. I think there was another one, yeah, for $26. But yeah, you're not going to find any PSAs. It might be able to push $30, something like, or did I say 30? 30. I meant $40. So this black and white checker from 2021. Prism on the George Kittle. There's a 10 that went for 52 and also for 100. So I feel comfortable easily. Probably that's maybe low on the 75. There's only 7 of these, and I have one of them. So kind of push the limit a little high. I'm gonna keep it obviously, but I mean I PC George Kittle, but I could probably maybe pull 130 for that at a high level, between 100 and 130. I would assume, if someone was interested, especially right now. Right now is like, you know, the hype with Niners playoffs. So yeah, that would be most likely a value, a figure to place on there. This was my favorite card out of the whole submission. I PC Will Clark, favorite player hands down. And I was very desired on getting one of these orange refractors. There's basically one that I've seen that went back in November here for $247 if this went through. And when I was trying to grab them, they were going so fast. Which one went the wrong way? They were between like 125, 175 out the door. I got this for $163.99. At least happy to have one in my hands. 180 I feel is very obtainable. Only 2 have been graded. Well, at least I don't know if any of them have been graded less, but there's only 2 9s, and I have one of them. And the other one did sell. Let's see if I can find it. It did sell for like $150, I think. When you do Platinum Anniversary, you get like everyone. Here it is, $150, $550. So, and that's on bids. So I feel 200 plus easily, especially with how high. And now basically everyone maybe has a safe search hoping one of these pops up. The fact that this went a few months ago for $250, pretty solid on that number. Let's see, the Joey Bart hit the 10. This was Pot's reason why you see 107 was basically the hype. Joey Bart coming in last year. I think I bought it February, March or something. Just kind of gonna ride the season out. I'm starting to stay away from new players prospecting. It's a little more risky, and the percentage, I suppose, of actually hitting on this gambling type aspect of prospecting is far lower than staying with the tried and true of Hall of Famers, very well-known players, desirable players. So I feel $100 is obtainable. There's 15 10s. I did a search and didn't find anything. This is the different variation there. So maybe during the March here in the next month or so, with the hype coming up into baseball season, it might be a little bit over that, but I just felt that number was appropriate. This black I'm not going to be able to find with Randy Arozarena. Definitely lost on this. Paid $40 at local card show. Maybe get 15, possibly 20. There's 4 9s and 4 10s. And the base paper, as you can see in a 10, is under $10. I mean, the pop is probably horrendous. This is back, I think, spring of 2021. One of the players that was just being flooded into PSA that shut it down, basically. There were several players that the numbers, his whole hype was going up during that time. So, yeah, reason on that was probably a bad buy, obviously, but you have to make mistakes to learn in this game and everything in life. continuing on, Ichiro. Bought this at a card show for $25. I say $80. Obviously, there's a huge pop count. This card's been around for a while. There's a $50 one, $80 one. So this one, $35, old label, but big pop count. If you can get that card for low and feel solid, maybe hitting an 8 and 9, it's kind of another one of those Travis Kelce ones where you can kind of get a run going and make some money that way. These branded belts, Logan Webb's, I'm not going to be able to find them. You can see they're not submitted at all. This was just PC. Wanted to get these cards slabbed up. The Logan Webb and a 9 I probably will sell. But yeah, they got it for $8.50 and might double my money. But you have to factor in grading fees. Before we get to those grading fees, this Chris Bryant, I found out it's the only pop one. No other last year blue refractor Chris Bryant was hit a 10. So easily $40. Like I said, I pulled that. You witnessed it on the channel. I don't remember when it was, but it is on the channel, I'm sure, in some video. Topps Chrome 2021. So easily $40 all day. I feel like some Chris Bryant collector, especially color matching, would be able to have an interest in that. So grading fees, yes, $290 out the door, shipped back to me. Everything insurance paid is what I paid for this order. As you can see, all these cards added up on a raw value that I paid, total of $914. And just running through the numbers right now of what I feel is obtainable over selling these, I would be doing buy it nows. I'm not much of a fan of auctions. You get less value. Yes, your cards sell quicker. It's almost guaranteed sell, but I don't mind having a stockpile of inventory. That's not a hassle for me, and maximizing value on the long term. So I have actually that hit a clean $1,800. So basically, that $1,800 minus what I put in grading fees plus the raw purchase price is going to be our net profit. Obviously, there's going to be fees on depending on what platform you sell on. I sell on eBay, of course, on the store. So I'm not accounting that in, but basically it came out to just south of $600 at $595.11 would be my total profit estimation, I guess you'd say guesstimation. You saw kind of how I just played those numbers right there. So just wanted to go over quick crunch of the numbers. Hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to try to start pumping some more of these out, kind of grading type videos, kind of interest of mine. So if you're interested in this, please stay tuned for future upcoming videos. Consider subscribing, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Take care.